Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of CookieCast. Today on CookieCast, it's Straight to the Apex, our Formula One podcast. Races have gone, races happened, and they will be reviewed heavily by these gents. And then, there's a race to come. It's coming this weekend. And these guys are going to bring you all that you need to know. They're going to predict the you-know-what out of this race. And then you will be as informed as you possibly can be in all things Formula One. Before we get started, please do consider like, share, subscribe and comment. Leave a review where you can leave a review. Obviously, our favourite one is, let's say you're listening to this, you're like, I love the Formula One. And my mate, he loves the Formula One. And I don't think he listens to this podcast. But he should. So I'm going to send it in his direction and he's going to be like, hey bro, thanks. Right, let's get started. Here we go. This is CookieCast, Straight to the Apex.
Good afternoon, good evening, aloha, hoahao, hi. This is episode 17 of Straight to the Apex. I'm in the driver's seat today, your sexiest host in the world, James. How are you? I know, it's me. You're all delighted to either listen to my sultry notes in your ears, giving you those little wide-ons, or even seeing me in your filthy little eyes, undressing me slowly, very quickly feeling ill, and dressing me back up again. I'm in the driver's seat today, and my pit crew are Mark and Tony. Tony, the sexy, I go to the same hairdressers / barbers as James because, well, they just do a really good job. And Mark, I wish I could go to a barber's.
You're not wrong. If only I had the hair of you two, that I long for that. Obviously, hair on your head. I don't mean anything else. I mean beard envy, yeah. Okay, but no other hair. Yeah.
I'd like to see Mark with like a sculpted beard. I think like drop it down a bit, clean underneath.
Let it go out, then get Ash to tidy it all up.
Yeah.
A little mullet going. You're all good.
It's too multicoloured for me to do anything with this. And that's too thin and not much of to do anything with this. So, hence why I normally wear a cap all the time.
I was just about to say as a joke, there's always a hat.
There is, yeah, exactly. That's why I've got 52 million hats in my cupboard.
The thing is, your hair looks good, Mark. It's decent. It suits you. Like... if anybody else rocked that, it would be a bit. But it just suits you, Mark. It's because I've known you for so long. It's.
If I changed it now, you won't recognise me. That's it.
No, exactly.
Exactly. It's not broken. I ain't changing.
I couldn't imagine Mark with like long hair. Could you?
I used to have longer hair. When I had hair, it used to be quite a curl at the back.
Really?
That's the thing. When I have long hair, my hair does curl naturally, and I look a muppet. So I just...
So does mine, but that's why I've got the best fade, kind of the /weekend / Lando Norris hairstyle.
But you can pull it off.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
James, you could go full like NRL style with the mullet and leave the back like long.
It could look like an Aussie, to be fair.
Yeah,
it could.
Yeah, it could.
Old school mullet. Nah, I couldn't do the old school mullet.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, man.
Don't go full Brad Fash. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Same like top and the back. All good. Mess it all up. Looks like a little mini mohawk.
Give him a few years. Give him a few years.
Brad, if you're listening, you're a prick. If you like Formula
Brad, if you are listening, I second that.
And you shit at rugby.
And Brad, if you're listening, the new range of Navy Leisure is out for Hull Kingston Rovers, so go buy it now. Yeah. This is not bad. We're all fans.
Correct. Sponsored by Hull KR. There we are.
No.
Oh,
Zero.
unofficially.
Other
Allegedly.
Super League available.
Allegedly, yeah. Other Super League clubs are available. Sorry, Andy, we won't get you in trouble.
Unofficial.
Whoopsie.
But yeah, episode 17. So as always, massive shout out to Andy and the rest of the gang at Cookie Cast. Leave a like, subscribe, send in pics, comments. But if you're going to send the pics, do it as like a DM kind of thing.
Not Jerry, in a seedy way. Just send it in.
If you're listening, Jerry.
Oh God,
she's not listening. She'll never message.
How do you know?
And if she does message, it'll be in the form of a lawyer.
Exactly.
I sent her the link.
Episode 1 was slagging her husband off. Do you really think she listened past there to the other 49 million episodes where we had Horner's Corner at one point, and you've literally said what you'd like to do to Jerry every fucking week. So
I haven't.
If Jerry's
maybe in some of the letters that I've sent her, where I've used like words and like clippings out of newspapers and magazines, so that she can't trace it back.
Jerry, if your lawyers are listening, me and Tony have nothing to do with James's thoughts whatsoever. It's all James. Throw him under the bus. It's all James.
Under the bus, on the bus, in the bus,
Spice
whatever,
bus.
Baby.
Yeah, you don't care.
In a strange way, I do miss a little bit.
You miss what?
Next week on the next episode of this, I'll just be like an empty couch. I'll just say Jimmy, but there's nothing there. It's like, so yeah, James is doing time.
Why?
He's got a very unique restraining order where he can't go near Jerry or anything F1 related, including his own podcast.
Is that why you had to leave Spa early? Is it come out now? It's nothing to do with the rain, was it? You got escorted out because Jerry was there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's worth it.
There's a shrine somewhere. I've seen it. I've been in his house.
Hey Arnold, I've just got like a life-size Jerry mannequin made out of leftover bubble gum.
He won't know who Hey Arnold is.
I've seen your
strands of
toilet.
hair that I've stolen from a hairbrush.
There's definitely a photo of hair just above the door in the downstairs.
Stop.
We've all seen it.
Stop. You said
it's that scene out of Bodyguard, isn't it? When they find a stalker and they open his locker door and it's just all pictures of Whitney Houston in there. And it's just Jerry. It's a wedding picture of her and Christian, but I've like stuck my face on his body. It should have been me.
All I'm going to say is you've built your lad's bedroom. I reckon hidden somewhere behind all them wardrobes is Jerry Horner pictures. And you're like, hang on, John.
Jesus, mate, don't take a breath between that. You know how bad that sounded context-wise? I think somewhere behind that wall, there's Jerry Horner. Pictures.
No one's seen her. No one's seen her for months.
That's what I mean. You know how people can fucking edit stuff?
Well, that's true.
If she's gone missing or something now, there's going to be people going up there. They're going to rip up John's bedroom and everything else just to find nothing.
They're going to move the Death Star, and there she is. I mean, no, she isn't. Allegedly. No, she's not there.
She's not.
No.
I can't put her in the same wall as Kate Beckinsale.
She's in your dreams.
You see how he did that? He didn't put a pause
in
between it so that it could make it sound really, really dark.
Yeah.
You should learn, Mark.
Sorry. I do apologise.
Anyway.
I can't wait till Andy listens to this tomorrow. He's just like, the fuck is going on?
Fucking hell. They've had a week off again, you can tell.
Yeah. He's got the darkest timeline, but this is just...
Oh, yeah.
Darker.
Yeah, this is the darker timeline.
Yeah. This is the premium content. You want this, you've got to pay for it. And as well as you don't want to listen to the free darkest timeline because you want to pay for this stuff. The fuck is wrong with you, you sick bastard? But anyway, F1 stuff, because we've been talking for 10 minutes yet, and I think the closer we've mentioned F1 is straight to the apex.
Jerry Horner. That's the closest we've got. Kind of linked.
Jerry.
Anyway.
But yeah, so took a bit of a week off. I was dying. I had man flu. Yeah, so we didn't do it last week. So apologies, guys. We're a little bit late, but well, it's straight to the apex. Tony's late every week. Why can't I be late one week?
And it'll be worth the wait. Clearly, 10 minutes of this content. Yeah.
And in fact, it was the Italian Grand Prix. There's not really much to talk about apart from, thank God, it was quick. But yeah, let's start how we always start. How are we doing with news? And that was episode 17 of Straight to the Apex. See you later.
The silence was deafening.
Silence is golden.
I don't think I have any really. I don't think I've got any.
No, do you know what? It's been a pretty slow.
It's been slow.
Few weeks. I mean, the big thing is
prepared.
We are so prepared.
I saw a few stories about Ferrari reportedly sees Piastri as Hamilton's successor.
Why?
I don't know. I think.
Why would anyone want a whiny little bitch?
I smell bullshit. That's what I smell.
I can't. Yeah. Piastri is not a Ferrari driver. I don't think they'll have someone lined up. It might even be Charles Leclerc's brother, Arthur Leclerc. Two brothers in the car together. Who knows? But Hamilton's got a few years yet.
Yeah, Hamilton's got another season, maybe two, in his bag.
Speaking of whiny bitches, though, I did see Nico Rosberg in the news. I know about why he thinks Hamilton went to Ferrari, and he's sad that he's now moved out of the same apartment block as his ex-former mate, Lewis Hamilton, and how the reason he's gone to Ferrari is because he's doing less driver press days and Merck were working him too hard and he's enjoying the twilights of his careers. Shut up, Nico. Just shut up.
Yeah, I agree.
She didn't do it.
Yeah. He won it and then fucked off because he didn't want to do it again.
I'm world champion. Let him do what the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah.
He wants to go to Ferrari. Why wouldn't he? Every fucker wants to go to Ferrari.
Of course they do. I'm also sick of seeing how where's McLaren can win the title, the constructors' title this weekend or in the next.
It's not hard.
No, 1-2.
Get a 1-2. In fact, even a 1-3 will suffice. Yeah. You know what made me laugh? I went on TikTok. I think it was over the weekend or something. And every now and then, a user will pop up, and they're just a Max Verstappen nosher. And I say that because it's those kind of people where it's just like, if they saw Max, they'd drop to their knees, they'd tie their hair back, and they'd just chow down. And they went, oh, Max, greatest of all time, the ultimate GOAT. This is all he needs to do to win the 2025 championship. And he went, this race, win. Next race, win. Next race, win. I was like, wow. No fucking shit.
Genius.
He's got to win every race. And he'll do it. Like,
wow.
I mean, it was a surprising week. It was a little bit of a surprise, wasn't it? This weekend?
He flew on that. He absolutely flew on that race. But it's not a McLaren track. They all said it. They all turned around and went, McLaren's not built for it. They're not built for that type of downforce. So any tracks where there's low speed corners and stuff like that, they're not going to have it.
It's the high speed into the low speed and then back out. That Red Bull's got a good acceleration and a good top speed. So, yeah, I didn't see it coming. But, I mean, while we're talking Max, how well did he do in GT3 racing at weekend? Did you see him?
I didn't see that.
He was driving a lower class Porsche to get his license to drive actual GT3 cars. And they said the equivalent lap time in a GT3 car, it'd have been a few seconds quicker than the rest of the field. He was absolutely on it. And I think they won their class quite convincingly. So I think he's gearing up to do Le Mans. This is the whole, he raced under a fake name in pre-season, and they all caught him out. But
what do you think? What do we know what his fake name was?
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you not know
Franz Hermann.
Yeah,
Franz Hermann.
Franz Hermann. Wow, what did you think it was?
No, we don't.
No, stupid question. Stupid question.
No.
Well, you heard some of the names of Elton John. Whenever
It's been what? It's been 15 minutes already, and you've struck so many. Like literally, I'm here.
Well, no, I mean, come on, if
we're already done. No, you've gone over the license points you've needed on this podcast. So I've had to step in. Already. We need to move on.
Book the FIA. Tell him, James.
Mark, no, you start.
Tell him who the host is, James.
Stuff on the FIA, actually, that we need to discuss later on.
Tell him who the host is, James. You say what you want.
Yeah. No. Honestly, right? Elton John, whenever he checks into a hotel...
No. What are you going to say about him?
I'm not going to say what they are, because I can't remember what they are. But he uses very clever false names. And rightly so. Why wouldn't he use a false name? We don't want people fucking coming in going, okay, I see Elton John. So he's gone by stuff like, I think he's gone by like Betty Boo or Wilma or stuff like that. But he's used some like innuendos like Will Barrow and stuff like that.
Bend over.
And then, mind you, it's Max, innit? I mean, he's quite boring. But yeah, you'd think if you could pick a false name when you go to a hotel,
Ivor Bigham.
You know, you could go through pretty much everything from The Simpsons. Amanda Huggerkiss.
Tony's gone.
Franz Hermann.
Yeah, I know. That's the most boring name ever. But going back to Monza, yeah, didn't see it coming. Tony, you can come back now. We're back on F1. Didn't see it coming. Probably should have done, because like you say, McLaren's, everyone was shocked how far off there was in the race and qualifying.
Yeah. I've got some news that I've been looking. So Carlos Sainz. So Williams put an appeal in about his 10-second penalty.
Yes.
I want to say they called it a right to review.
Right, okay.
Because obviously at the time I was given that 10-second penalty in the Dutch Grand Prix, he said, well, I'd like to see the stewards afterwards. And the stewards just went, yeah, no, you can't. Which we all know for a fact, if the stewards turn around and go, yeah, no, you can't come see us, it's because they've already realised we've fucked up there.
Yeah.
Let's not get him to come in so we can tell him face to face. So anyway, they got the right to review. There was a hearing, I think it was on Friday, and the FIA did actually turn around and go, yeah, we fucked up.
Yeah, but we can't take the 10-second penalty off, yeah?
No. So they've just given him back his 2 points on his licence.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks for that.
I mean, I can't remember if the actual 10-second made a difference to his position, but fucking hell, didn't it? So
I don't think so. I had time to look yet, because I only found out about 10 minutes before this, so I couldn't really say. But I don't think it had made a massive difference. In all fairness,
no.
I've heard a rumor that Lewis Hamilton's mum is badly.
Oh, really?
I don't know definition of badly, but it's some kind of long-term thing. Because apparently it's been most of this season.
Right. Okay.
Not been in a good way. I don't know if it's something massively serious or what, but again, it might just be another bit of an explanation as to why Lewis is struggling so much at Ferrari while Leclerc's not. Might also explain why Lewis is making some of the comments he makes, like, you know, maybe they just need a better driver.
Yeah, because his man's elsewhere. Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully not. I mean, you know, we've had quite a few deaths and things this week, like Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. So let's hope that it's just a rumour. It's a weird rumour, isn't it? Let's be honest. If it was a rumour, but yeah, it certainly explains stuff. like you say, why his man's really not on the race afterwards, and he's coming out with the honest comments he is.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I hope she's all right. I hope she's doing. I mean, no one bloody wants to go through anything like that with the mum and stuff like that. So, you know, and you probably wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy either. But yeah, that's not nice shit to be going through. So
No.
Anyway, any news from you, T-Dog?
Oh, yes, I do. Hadjar is going to be supposedly the next promoted to Red Bull
Oh.
2026.
I thought he turned that down the other week.
Yeah, I thought he had.
It was like sniffing around. He was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not." No.
Is it Arvid Lindblad is almost certain to drive for VCARB in 2026, with Red Bull wanting him to prove himself in F1. The final seat at VCARB is between Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, and that was AM US reports, whatever they are. So, yeah.
You see, I see Piastri ending up at Red Bull.
Yeah, I can. But then we've said this before. Why would anyone take that second seat at Red Bull while Max is there?
Money. Must be a lot of money.
But your reputation is absolutely gone.
Hmm.
But then I suppose people like Gasly, Albon, Sainz, they've all mended the reputation. So I suppose it is possible. But Tsunoda will never race in F1 again after this season. Ever. Lawson's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Would Piastri do well in a second seat at Red Bull? I mean, you can't really say any other second seat that Max has had that they've had much success before. I mean, Perez went there, but let's face it, if he hadn't have had such an amazing last two races of at the point would have been his career, that Red Bull wouldn't have been interested.
No.
You know, Gasly, Sainz, Tsunoda. I don't know. You didn't really see much of them before. Then they're there, and then they're not. Whereas Piastri, whiny little bitch, has done well. He does drive well. We see that week in, week out at the moment on the track. I don't know. Maybe he could do pretty well.
Maybe he's the driver that can drive around that car's issues. Yeah, maybe. Who would do better, Norris or Piastri in that seat?
Piastri.
You know what? It could be interesting. I could see Piastri being number one when Max leaves. Piastri going to Red Bull, be number one.
I honestly think all this GT3 car stuff is
leading to some.
He's leading. Max is now a father of his own child. You know, he's his stepfather as well, but he's now got his own child. He's made it abundantly clear he's not in F1 for the long haul.
What does he have to prove? What more does he have to prove?
So what would give him his legacy? Going to another series and dominating in, let's be honest, a safer sport. There's still risk. It's still motorsport, but you're in a car with a full roll cage around you and not an open seat racer. It's less races, less ties, not travelling the world as much, so he gets to spend a bit more time at home. He's made his money, like you say. What has he got to prove? Nothing. I wouldn't blame him. I really wouldn't.
With him. Maybe that is what he wants. Maybe he wants to have like a championship in multi-fields.
To be known, well, what Alonso's known as the most complete driver, isn't he? Because he's been to, was it the Triple Crown he wanted? So win at Monaco, win at Le Mans, win at what's the other one? It's not Daytona, but there's another race, isn't there, where it's the Dakar Rally, isn't it? It's the Triple Crown. Like
in Indy 500, Monaco, Le Mans.
Right. Sorry.
He hasn't raced in IndyCar or Le Mans.
No.
doing well then and getting the Triple Crown.
Yeah, he's doing well. But I can see Max, like you say, wanting to be that driver that's plug him in any car and he proves that he can drive it.
He hasn't won World Championships with 2 different teams. Interesting. He's only got 1 win at Monaco. He's not got the most career poles. He's not got the most career wins. He's never done a clean sweep and won every race in a season, which is really hard.
Yet he's classed as the best driver on the grid, the most complete, all-rounded driver. I honestly could see Max literally jumping in, like you say, might go to NASCAR, might go to IndyCar, may go to touring cars.
He hasn't won.
Maybe he won't go there then.
He hasn't won back-to-back titles with back-to-back teams like Schumacher and Hamilton did.
No.
And he hasn't. Interesting one. I don't know whether this puts you above. He hasn't beaten a teammate to a championship fight because he's always been the clear number 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the moment, he can't even beat Stroll.
Are you talking about Max, Tony?
Yeah.
I was a bit muddy. I thought he was talking about Alonso first. I know. It's just I was.
Just like staring, sat like, hello?
Max.
Hello.
Roll.
Yeah.
Don't make me go over what Stroll's done again.
You're a father, James. Probably you can see it more than me and Tony. Like, you know, he probably don't want to risk it. He wants to be with his son. So, like I say, I wouldn't blame him if he wrapped it up this season. I feel like he might stay next season, depending on what the regulations are and the new rule changes. Ford are really, really excited to work with him. And if, you know, you've got the might of Ford behind you, you kind of... They may do well next year.
Could he go to another team? Audi?
No, I think that ship sailed now. You've got Hulkenberg and not Bottas.
I mean, if anything, I could see him leaving, coming back.
Maybe.
We'll never know.
No, I think Vettel was the same though. Vettel walked away when, you know, he's achieved everything. He drove Red Bull, won the titles, went to Ferrari. He followed in his idol's footsteps. Schumacher, yeah, he didn't win a title with them, but let's be honest, who is at the minute? And he was like, look, I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm a family man. I want to spend time with my family. Like, fair play.
I mean, you've got to be really, really lucky in life, haven't you? If you have that decision, to be honest.
Oh, in your mid-30s, you're semi-retiring. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
and you...
Yeah.
And also...
But you can also...
I'm just going to glaze by that one.
I was making more that, but also the point of, like, actually, I can semi-retire and support my family.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh, and also, Max Verstappen could say, World Superbikes, I want to give that a go. Any team would say, here's a bike, have a test. Wouldn't they? You know, he could go do the Dakar Rally. He could go do, I don't know, fucking Speedway. Any team in the world would say to him, yeah, I mean, he's Dutch. They love the Speedway in Holland. So he might say, I might try that. And any team will go, Max Verstappen, yeah, right then, because he's going to pull a crowd.
The Red Bull Soapbox Derby.
I mean, yeah.
That's it. Next time you see it on Channel 5, on Dave. Next time you see it on, you go, oh, we've got this young guy. His name is called Franz Herrmann. He goes, yeah, hello, I'm Franz Herrmann. Hello.
In a Red Bull can.
No.
I don't know why, but the Red Bull soapbox just reminds me of Christmas. I don't know. It's just one of them things that you always see at Christmas. You've exhausted every other channel.
Yeah. That's literally New Year, World's Strongest Man. I know it's New Year. Don't need to see anything else. World's Strongest Man, New
There's
Year.
nothing else on. All the normal crap Christmas films have been on. And it's always like randomly just on there.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's because you're at home and you're like, there's fuck all. I ain't watching Loose Women or fucking This Morning. Soapbox Derby's on. Woohoo!
Yeah.
That or Takeshi's Castle.
Fucking hell.
Or reruns of Only Fools and Horses. That seems to get hammered at Christmas time as well.
Yeah, but it's never the good ones. It's never the really early ones, like when they went to paint their mother's bloody headstone and then found out it was done in luminescent bloody train tunnel paint and stuff like that. It's the later ones when it's like it become a cash cow.
It's always the ones where he falls through the bar, they're dressed as Batman and Robin, and the whole episode. That's the only three that they ever show.
Really. Episode and him just like going around with Ajax. But yeah, just give us the early ones. You know, the dead canary, the chandelier. Just yeah. Dave, if you're watching,
Dave,
sort it out, Dave. Come on, Dave.
What a time! What a time to be alive.
I like so far on this, we've ranted about everything, including repeat shows on
so,
like UK.
Yeah. Monza, F1, yeah.
This is what we thought of Monza. We should have watched UK Gold.
Let's be brutally honest. It wasn't the. I mean, probably people can tell what we're talking about.
Said this in every race this season.
Yeah, it was crap. It was, wasn't it? Like James said, it was so good that it was the fastest ever race. I mean, literally,
the drivers won it quick.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live. Me and James were at Rovers, got in. We cooked tea. I said, right, I'll watch Formula One, and I was done in 90 minutes. I was like, well, that was pointless.
It was literally the start, and McLaren. That was it. Not to give away much else.
I mean, we'll talk about it shortly in the second half, but yeah, I'm going to find out how long the race was as well, because I want to say it was something like 1 hour and 13 minutes or something like that.
I think it was 1 hour 18. I think.
So basically, if you watch Ted's Notebook of qualifying and Ted's Notebook of the race, you probably had 15 minutes spare, and then the race was over. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and that was probably the best bits to watch as well.
Well, yeah.
What do you reckon, lads? Quick break, grab a drink, crack on?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, let's do it. See you all in part 2.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, you. Yeah, you that's listening right now. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode of Straight to the Apex, the Formula One podcast from CookieCast. If you're enjoying this episode, why not like, share and subscribe? Whilst you're there, feel free to check out some of the other podcasts that CookieCast has to offer. If you like football, we've got a football podcast. NFL more your thing? Then the Laces Out podcast is for you. Maybe even a little bit of the wrestling. Just look for the Getting Over podcast on CookieCast. Maybe you want to listen to Andy's Darkest Timeline. It's there too. So, the F1 boys have probably got themselves a drink. It's time to get back to the action.
And we're back for part 2. We've got me, Jimmy, T-Dog, just T, and Mark's going for a new false name. And I'm gutted because if we discussed this better, we could have all had one.
Me and Tony actually thought you would come back with one. The fact that Tony beat you, I thought James is cooking up something. You just come with Jimmy. I'm Ben.
I'm disappointed.
Hi, disappointed.
Disappointed like the Monza GP.
Nice. Well,
nice little link.
Yeah.
So let's discuss. Did we watch practice? No. Good. Oh, Tony, really? You didn't do track practice? Wow.
No.
Not paying for your Sky subscription or something, or...
No, just terrible. Just...
Better things to do.
What does it mean?
Absolutely nothing, because Ferrari were quick.
Yeah. They were looking pretty dominant that weekend through practice. A bit of quality, and then
everyone else goes, right, 10 our engines up, and Ferrari go, oh, want it 10 up already? Oh, yeah.
You already took the sandbags out.
Yeah, oh, fuck. Damn it.
But no. All right. Well, let's get on to quali. What we got notes wise on that?
Not much.
I love this. You get to look at the marketing for that.
Close, wasn't it? It was very close.
There was 0.2 of a second in it.
It was a typical kind of quali, wasn't it? Because it was that kind of Norris had it. It was looking good, and then Piastri was getting in there, but it was just, and you was looking at it, and Max was still going round, and you sat there and you're like, he's gonna do what he does, and just steal it in the last second, and the fucker did it
with a new lap record.
With a new lap record. Unfortunately, that lap record went to Franz Hermann and not actually Max Verstappen.
Yeah. We had the George Russell meltdown. I want soft tyres. Why? Medium tyres. I want mediums. Why have you put a faster soft tyre on? George, it went once in Q2. Move on. Like, the faster tyre is always the soft. But he was adamant. Why have you put this shit on my car? Shut up, George.
I don't know, because it was one of them where a lot of people went in and went on the hards, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, that the hards aren't actually that fucking good. And it all fell in well for McLaren and Max as well. But obviously we're stepping ahead a little bit there. But yeah, pretty bog standard quality. Nothing really massive happened. I'm just getting up the standings from said qualifications.
Well, Lewis had his 5 grid penalty, didn't he? So he was he was obviously compromised from the race before. Yeah.
Grid penalty for something that could have been investigated during the race the week before and handed to him there and then, but they were just like, yeah, no, let's kick this guy while he's already down.
Yeah.
So yeah, Max Verstappen pipped it in Q3 with a 118.7, Norris 118.8, Piastri 118.9, then there was Charles Leclerc 4th, Hamilton 5th, George Russell 6th, Antonelli 7th, Bortoletto 8th, Alonso 9th, Tsunoda 10th, and then 10 other drivers that it just isn't really worth talking about, including Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was quali. So, race-wise, I mean, don't worry, we'll get through this quicker than the actual race did itself. Interesting start. It was actually a really good start. I think if you watched maybe the first 5 laps of the race and maybe the last few, that would tell you enough. The first 5 laps of that race was absolute entertainment. I mean, Max on the pole, Norris just behind him, Piastri in third, yada yada, bullshit yada. And then that start, Norris, he was a fraction faster with his reaction, came on the inside of Max, and everyone kind of thought Max kind of closed it, but it's like a lot of people said, it just went from 2 lanes wide to 1.
Yeah.
Norris ended up on a bit of grass. Obviously, it comes that little S-bend kind of thing. Max goes off the track. Leclerc and Piastri nearly take each other out.
Yeah.
I get excited at that point because I'm like, yes, go on, take him out, take that little whiny little bitch out. But it never happened. Red Bull was umming and ahhing whether to give the place back to Norris. They decided to.
Yeah.
And
then Max goes past him, turn 1.
Yeah, Max takes the place back a little bit. I think it's about maybe a lap, 2 laps later on. Meanwhile, you just keep getting to watch Leclerc and Piastri on that same bend nearly wipe each other out every single time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it just kind of like cleared up. You got a bit of a DRS train, and Max just flew off. That was the majority of the race after that.
Alonso broken suspension, which I found very strange.
Alonso had a really good pit stop as well. He went in there behind Bortoleto. He shot in as well. Surprised he didn't get done for speeding in the pit. But yeah, shot in on the pit. He got a really quick change. Actually came out of the pit in front of Bortoleto, so he gained a spot, changing his tyres. To then a lap, maybe 2 laps in, having to retire the car because he'd fucked up the front right suspension, if I remember rightly.
On the cab. It's
God, my fucking memory is good.
It is. Very good.
Yeah. I could even tell you what Jerry was wearing that day, but then it'll just mean that the solicitors know that I was still within the 100-yard radius.
Move on. Move on from Jerry.
Mark's a little bit panicky there. He's like,
yeah.
And then what Lando said, who we're pitting, when are we pitting? I don't want the undercut. I'll go second. And then it happened.
You're changing the context here a little bit, aren't you? You're trying to make this all more sound a little bit different. What actually happened was, like I said earlier, every driver started off pretty much on mediums, and the majority went on to hards.
Yeah.
And then found out very quickly that the hards were shit.
Yeah.
The McLarens and Max, there was all that kind of, you know what? Hards aren't great. Everyone's struggling. What's your thoughts on seeing how long you can stay out on the mediums and potentially going on softs? Norris was like, yep, we've got nothing else to lose. Why not? Piastri probably just whined a little bit like a bitch. And Max didn't care because it's Max. You could stick on a pair of fucking Lego wheels on his fucking car and he'd still do it.
Yep.
And yeah, towards the end, they all got onto softs. Piastri was starting to struggle and he was defending a very close Leclerc. So Norris was on about what we're doing about pits. And Norris said, well, look, let Leclerc come in first. I'm fine with that. Just promise me there won't be an undercut. We've got to do this for the team. And they went, yep, absolutely. And they did that. Piastri goes in, cracking stop, and he's out. Norris goes in, and once again, the front left, just something happens to the front left again. It screws him over, and by the time he gets out, Piastri's just in front. I think a lap goes by or something like that, and then they say on the radio, right, look, Piastri, what Norris was doing there was for the team, blah, blah, blah. This was the agreement we had in place already. Let's swap the drivers round. And they did. Max Verstappen laughed about it, which shows how far ahead he was because he was able to pretty much watch everything else that was going on the race on the screens as he was driving by. How he fucking does that, I don't know. So I sometimes struggle to try and sort out my sat nav when I'm driving at 30 miles an hour and he's watching fucking TV while doing 200. But yeah, it's like, Franz, so McLaren's, they've swapped around. The minute he goes, what? First slow pit? It's like, look, that's their business. Who cares? Let's focus on the race. probably the most sensible thing Red Bull's ever said. If it was Horner, he'd probably be touching himself all over the place and wearing cowboy boots full of Vaseline and just watching that clip over and over and over again. Did
you agree with it? Did you agree with it? No, not the Horner thing. I'm skipping by. Did you agree with them swapping the positions back?
This is what I wanted to ask. I agreed, but only because of the reasoning behind it. If it hadn't have been that kind of Norris was doing this for the good of the team, then maybe not. But it's a tricky one because they made references to a race from last year.
Hungary.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know if you can kind of make that comparison a year later. And it now kind of sets a precedent of at what point are you going to not do this? And we've said it a few times. At some point, McLaren need to stop trying to please both fucking drivers and just sort something out, because that ultimately is probably going to be McLaren's down, not championship wise or anything else like that, but it ain't going to be easy if they keep doing that, because it's just going to keep coming, especially with Piastri. I mean, what really wound me up about that was 30 seconds before he was asked to swap back, Bruno was talking.
Oh, I think we've lost you. I had Brundle, and then it went off. Hello? Hello? Good old K-Combat strikes again. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
You're back. Sorry, I heard Brundle.
I saw you just kind of like out on the screen, and I thought
I was actually concerned for like a millisecond then, because I thought he was having a stroke live on camera.
Oh wow! The shit you give. I was only concerned for a millisecond.
Good old Carew. Literally,
yeah.
I saw me bar down.
Obviously, then I realised it was his internet. But
anyway, I heard
that went through my head.
Go on. You said Brundle.
Brundle was talking. He said, I had a really good interview with Piastri, and he was saying how he wants to be good for the team. You know, he knows that the constructors need to back him up, and he needs to back them up, and he wants to do what's right for McLaren all the time, and he will be the team player. And then as soon as Brundle said that, all of a sudden they go, Piastri, you need to swap sides. And he goes, no, that won't be a grip. No, I don't want to, mate. No. And then even after he did it, he was still whining like a pathetic little bitch. And I was like, the fucking irony. Yesterday, he was like, oh, I'm a team player. I just want to do the right thing all the time for my team, for my teammates, and for that, and for this, and everything else. And then when he's actually behind the seat of the car, he's like, no, it's mine. Mate, pick up your fucking toys. Be a big boy. Rant over.
I don't agree with you. I don't. I wouldn't have moved.
What, if you was Piastri?
Yeah, I wouldn't have moved. It not my fault that the pit stop went wrong. Let us race. If he's that fast.
And you're right.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. But come on, the only reason you got that fucking, Norris did the right. If you, granted, you're talking about fucking fates and all these, old plans kind of thing. But the logic makes sense. If Norris hadn't have done what was right for the team, because if he'd have gone in, Piastri would then have an ongoing battle with Leclerc. So Norris did the kind of honourable thing and said, well, get him in first so he can defend himself better. If he hadn't have done that, then Piastri would have had the shit pit stop and put him in a worse position because Leclerc would have got past him. So it's an awkward one. You kind of, but it's like, if Norris hadn't have said, let's do this for the team, and he just said, yeah, let Piastri go first. Well, sorry, mate, you blew that yourself.
What I don't get is when Piastri then let him by, how there wasn't able to race. That was odd. As in the sense that literally he let him by, and then they want this big battle that we thought there was going to be. It was a bit, I don't know. Yeah.
In honesty, I think Norris was better on the day.
Which
and he showed that towards the last few laps. He was building a gap between him and Piastri.
I think he was. I think you're right. So then, let's say to Piastri, look, Norris has had a bad pit stop. You're free to race. Let him race. Let Norris actually... Because let's be honest, we've got a question mark on Lando Norris. So this would have been the race to prove himself that he can go win a championship by himself. I just think it was a cop-out. I get why McLaren did it. I get your reasonings that, like you say, Norris played the team game. I just honestly think if I was Piastri, Max wouldn't have done it. Max would not have done it.
Oh, no. And we know Max wouldn't have done it because he did that a couple of years ago to Perez.
Yeah,
but look how he reacted to that.
Yeah, we'll talk about after the race.
Max was a dick.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I was saying that Piastri should have done what Max did.
Mm.
We're all right with that. Come on.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Do you want to hear my view?
He wasn't a semi-attractive man.
You really want to hear my view now?
Yeah. Go on, Tony.
It makes an absolute mockery of the sport, doesn't it? At the end of the day, it's racing. That's what we're all here to see. And McLaren have manipulated the end result. They've gone and changed the end result artificially.
Again, I agree. It is a mockery. I get the reasoning for it. And I think the reasoning for it justifies why they did it. But like I also said, that is going to be the downfall. Because at what point do you stop doing that now?
I agree with them point. I really do agree. I don't want to agree with you, but I agree with you, James. Yeah. And I think that I want to agree.
Of course, not want to agree with this.
Exactly. I'm kidding myself. They've dug themselves in a massive hole. Massive hole.
So what if Lando now starts coming back on the championship?
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna.
He'll get to the last race, and it'll be like Lando needs to win this race, and Norris needs to come second, and Lando's got the championship. And then just at the end, in the last two laps, I'll just go to Lando. Right, you've got to give that to Piastri now.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
You say that, but what if that happens and Piastri has a pit stop where he gets a sticky wheel and he's just done the team thing like Lando has, and they say to him, "Look, Lando, in Monza, Oscar did it for you." And like you say, what if it is a neck and neck Max v Lewis championship where that last race decides it all? Is he going to give it up? No. And then if you'd Piastri, you'd think, fucking hell, at Monza I did. Why did I do that?
So what? Little whiny bitch will deserve it.
I think
Lando will have to win the championship by more than 7 to justify that he won it fair and square.
Correct. So really, it'll be a tainted championship. So let them race. Like I say, Lando was the better driver all weekend. Let them race and let him prove, look, same car, you're a better driver. It's not many corners really. They're, like you say, the little tight S-bends. Just let him race, and then we'd all go, fucking hell, Lando Norris can actually race and beat his teammate. Now we've gone, he was let by. That's what I don't like, and
yes,
that's what I don't like.
Last year, when Piastri got his first win, and I turned around and went, "It's not your first," and I was upset about that because it was like that he's never going to have that first win. I went, giving him his first win has taken away his first win because he didn't do it; he was given it.
Yeah, and that was piss poor, wasn't it? We all said it at the time. James, you led the charge. You was like, it really, again, it's like, it's been tainted because you were given it. You didn't earn it; you were given it.
Yeah, Piastri needs to maintain it. I mean, what was Charlie was telling me the other day? How, and I know, we're talking about fucking hindsight being a wonderful thing here and stuff like that, but the Drivers' Championship would be completely different if Lando didn't have the car issues he's had.
Yeah.
He's had failed brakes, failed chassis, failed engines, everything. So far, Piastri hasn't had anything. The only time Piastri's had an issue is when he spun off on the first race.
Yeah, I think you called that. I think it was Charlie that told you the stat of Norris has got the most points over, was it the last 7 or 8 races or whatever it was?
Yeah.
He'd
got the most points out of the two of them, and he can close the gap. I mean, I think the season's still done. I'm not going to cheer. I would love it. I would absolutely love it if it was that kind of Max versus Lewis kind of season again. If Norris can close the gap, so it's that kind of, he could pinch it on the very last race kind of thing.
We need somebody to, and I don't like saying this, but we need somebody to fucking crash into somebody else, and it'd be like, oh shit, you shouldn't have done that, or oh shit, he's just took out one of the big players.
Do you know what? I mean, I haven't looked at the points, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this myself. I kind of like Max to come back and win it.
Yeah, I mean, all he's got to do is win the next.
Well, yeah, after this fiasco, I absolutely agree with Mark.
No.
Yeah, because McLaren, every race, McLaren could just go, oh, Lando, can you let Oscar past? Oh, Oscar, can you let Lando past? Like, it just makes a mockery of it all.
Makes a mockery of Max. Because they could effectively turn around and go, you know what, Max? We could have beaten you with either of the drivers. We got to swap them around every single race. You know, you can still.
It's interesting. They've set their stall out now. They've set a President McLaren. Yeah. So, like you say, any issues in the pits that affects the position of their cars, they're going to change back, are they? That's an interesting strategy.
It's a precedent
way to race. Yeah.
Every race now, I'd just be going on the radio, you know, when they go box, go, yeah, well, you know, let's just very quickly just shout in, let's do this for the team.
The forefathers of F1 are turning in the graves, because now it's, if you're in a team, regardless of if you go off on one corner, or if you have a bad pit stop, or if it's agreed beforehand, then you swap them back, or you can dictate who wins the race as a team.
Let's go back a few years. Mark Webber, Sebastian Vettel, multi-21, Seb. Multi-21. Yeah. Let's be brutally honest, Vettel couldn't give a shit, and Mark Webber could have screamed in his fucking face. Why?
Well, he's just another whiny little bitch. Granted, slightly taller whiny little bitch, but...
But you look back, but I can guarantee, if you are a purist F1 fan, and you're a pure racing fan, there was a little part of you that was like, I'm fucking glad Vettel did that. I'm really fucking glad.
I'm not being funny. If we was all teammates in a team of 3, and that happened to me, I would be Sebastian Vettel. He would fucking hate me.
And that wouldn't surprise me. But because I am a racing fan, I would know you would do that.
Yeah.
And I know you are competitive and wanting to win. That's, yeah.
As well as that, I mean, let's not forget, Tony has beaten you. Tony is a faster driver than you.
Right.
And I mean, it's 1-1 in the all-time records. It's 1-1. He's quicker round an outdoor track in Hull. I was quicker round an indoor track in Leeds. So
whoa. Can I just say, quicker, I got pole. Right? So in Leeds, I got pole.
Right. And then he drove faster.
Yeah, well, I had a dodgy pit stop, so you know what I mean.
Really? if you were McLaren teammates, they would have let him win. They would have told me to slow down. And you know what? I probably would have done. But I wouldn't have done it for me.
Look, I had a difficult race. I got held up. Tony was faster in the race. I still don't know how, but Tony was faster in the race. It was his stag. We let him. We felt sorry for him.
I mean,
that's
I
what
still
I'm
think
maintaining.
I still think back to that when I drive cars and daily and think, fucking hell, I absolutely flogged the shit off that car. Like, fucking hell, man. There was some times where I was gripping on that fucking steering wheel going around that corner. Especially, I don't know if you remember, going underneath
Yeah.
There was a few hairy bum times where I was literally squeaky bum times, grabbing on that steering wheel, full throttle down there, thinking I have to do this to win.
I fell out with my nephew when I went karting at Hull because he hit me when I was in the lead and it cost me the race. And I proper fell out with him. I didn't talk to him for quite a while.
In 2004 on a Thursday in October.
Absolutely. But like you say, you're competitive. I know I'm competitive. I am so competitive. Everything I do, I want to win. And sometimes I can't. Sometimes that's that. But again, Vettel, Max, Lewis, Schumacher, Rosberg that year, Lauda, they've all got that streak. And Lando Norris hasn't got that streak. Oscar Piastri hasn't got that streak. You need it. You need to be a twat.
Just think of all the times, like the Hamilton, Verstappen last race, all the times that they've been racing to the absolute limit, and there's been lots of things happened, good and bad, and lots of headlines, and that decision by McLaren, like last year, makes a mockery of all that. It makes a mockery of it all. And it's just...
It's going to be interesting now because, Mark, you already touched on it as well. McLaren could pin down the constructors this weekend.
Yeah.
All they've got to do is win the race and then have whoever doesn't win it finish second or third. All they need to do is win with I think it's 9 points clear of Ferrari this weekend, and that is it. They've done the constructors. And we've said a couple times, and I know I have, it's going to be interesting once they've won the constructors, because will they just say to the drivers, right, you know what, lads, do whatever the fuck you want.
And if they do, hats off to them. You've got the constructors, that's in the bag. Now you sit back. If you have a shit pit stop after this weekend, it's on you. It's on.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
I would go as far as to say it's against the rules of F1. It's against the ethos. It should be banned. It shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed to do that.
It's always been part of F1. It always has. It's a team. At the end of the day, it is a team sport. The Drivers' Championship is the primary one, but for the team, it's a secondary. They don't give a shit who wins the drivers. They want the best pit box. They want the most money, prize money. That's all they want. If you get a Drivers' Championship as well, great. It looks good for us. But at the end of the day, really, no one ever remembers who wins constructors. We only remember Lewis is a champion, Max is a champion, but the team play it differently. It's all about money. It's money driven. It's like everything. To them, the team want the money first because then that's what they're there for. The sponsors are there for. So it's that balance in it throughout the season. And like I say, I hope James is right. I hope if McLaren win it this weekend, they'll then say, right, you can crash into each other all you want and race. We will support you both, but there'll be no team orders, no bullshit. You go win it.
Yeah, we've done our bit.
Yeah.
We all do it, but don't fuck us about. That, ladies and gents, was Monza.
Yeah.
So how it finished was Max Verstappen with the fastest ever race, and like I said, I would get the race time. It was 1 hour, 13 minutes and 24 seconds.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So Max Verstappen won that, followed by Lando Norris, who was 19 seconds behind. followed by Piastri, who was 21 seconds behind, then Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, Albon, Bortoletto, Antonelli, Hadjar, and then 10 other drivers that we're not going to mention, including Stroll.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was Monza. Predictions-wise, well, you all did shit.
Oh.
I didn't do too bad. I got Norris, so I got 2 points. Mark, you went Norris, Piastri, Leclerc. Started with 32. You got 32. Tony, you went Norris, Piastri, Max. Started with 22. Still got 22. Charlie, it almost doesn't matter, but she went Norris, Piastri, Leclerc. Starting at 11. Still got 11. Beth went Norris, Piastri, Hamilton. Started with 28. Currently sits on 28.
Currently. Oh.
I got a message from the FIA.
Oh, which is Beth, by the way, for anybody that's listening.
Oh, mate, Jesus, take off the tinfoil hat. It's almost like it's conspiracy. Mind blown, you know. It was Beth, but Beth's the FIA. And you know what else? She faked the fucking moon landing. She was on the grassy knoll. Yeah, she shot JFK. Yeah, it was Beth. It's all Beth, man. You don't know. Beth controls the world. It's not the man that controls you. It's Beth. Hi, Beth.
I'm in the dark, listeners, as much as you are.
Yeah, I got a message from the FIA/Beth.
Beth.
Unfortunately, it was last week while I was half dead of man flu. So did listen to it, did laugh to myself, and then completely forgot all about it until now. Tony, in our last episode, you mentioned you may have missed off one of Beth's picks or got some mixed up or something like that. The FIA has been in touch with me and also made me aware that she hadn't actually checked until you'd mentioned it. The FIA has done a partial investigation and does believe that several picks may have been missed or misinterpreted.
Whoa, misinterpreted. Wow.
So, for example, he might have said, "Oh yeah, she's put Norris for the win," when actually she put Norris second, stuff like that.
That's bullshit.
So I am now.
That's bullshit. Talk about McLaren. It's our league that's now ruined.
Mode. So not podcast mode, but my work and look at my previous positions at work and go into a full-blown investigation into this matter.
Okay.
There may be changes to points, and the FIA did also suggest if there are changes to points, there may have to be penalties as well.
Oh fuck! If I get a penalty, then I'll fuck my rules off and I will start playing the game properly, just out of fucking principle.
You know what? The FIA are the most impartial governing body.
Here we go.
I mean, Mark, what you need to remember is Beth is only 4 points behind you currently.
And you know what?
Depending on this investigation, I remember there are 2 races.
Can you believe that? I could actually support
allegations.
Supporting Mark.
There are 2 races where predictions was given but was not announced, and that could mean that she could actually go in front of you, Mark.
But all I'm going to say is, look, Sainz didn't get his penalty taken off him. Unfortunately, there wasn't on air, so
no. It wouldn't be penalties to you.
No. But if it happens, I would rather win properly without any dodgy business going on in the background.
I agree, Mark. I agree.
I mean, you both could clear it up and do a kind of like Piastri/Norris thing. Yeah, but for the good of the team, I'm happy to be investigated.
Mark, I think for the 2 races that whatever happened there, just give her the full 14 points and you'll still be all right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's be honest. Hey! We need proof of these picks as well. Like, I could say, "Oh, you misheard me. I actually said Max was going to win last week." So, not that I don't believe the FIA.
Shots, and we'll have to check our back catalogue of Straight to the Apex episodes.
I believe, James, you will do the right thing fairly and be impartial.
It'll also depend on how much. It might get to the weekend when I'm like, right, I've got to do this now. I might just be like,
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, we'll just take a few ad here, a few ad there.
I
yeah.
think a good penalty is possibly Tony losing 23 points.
What, so put him on -1?
Correct. Yeah.
Yay! Anyway, predictions for this race.
Okay.
Okay.
I've actually forgotten what the next race is. That's really good, that.
Azerbaijan.
It's
And
my
I can tell
favourite.
you, I'm
Mark
leading, so it's going to be absolute chaos. So tune in next week because I'll have my work cut out with my notes and whatnot. Because it's always the case.
Tony.
Mark has actual notes on the race itself. I might actually remember what the race was, and Tony might be on -1. Who knows?
Tony, you've just taken away my favourite part of the podcast at this time of year when James announces what race it is.
Oh.
Go on, James. No, you don't always say that. Azerbaijan.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck off. Azerbaijan.
Love it. Love it.
So, host goes first.
Yeah.
I have gone Piaris. Piaris?
You can't have
Put
Piastri Norris.
Azerbaijan.
You can't put them together. That don't work.
Piastri for the... Actually, yeah, either way, I've got a guaranteed win. Piastri for the win. Norris second. Max third. I'll go Mark.
Oh.
Because I've been Tony's more times, I think, in this last minute.
I have gone Max for the win. Norris second. Piastri third.
Tony?
And I've gone Lando Norris for the win. Piastri second. Max Verstappen third. Beth.
Got Charlie. Yeah? Oh, sorry. Yep. Let's let the FIA on there. Let's get it all recorded as well for
Yeah.
the investigation.
Right. Oscar. Then underneath that is Lando. And then underneath that she's put Charles. So I'm guessing that's 1, 2, 3.
I'd have gone that way.
Don't guess, never presume, but there will be a full investigation.
Charlie has gone Norris for the win, Piastri second, Russell third.
And Charlie's getting fuck all points again.
Probably.
I hope she does, depending on this investigation.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Well, that was it, lads. We scraped through again. Somehow we managed to talk about an hour and 13-minute race for almost an hour and a half. Somehow there's a lot of bullshit and stalking allegations in there, but we did well. As always, absolute pleasure to be with you all, guys. As always, massive shout out to Andy and Cookie Cast. Pin down your window cleaner, your dog walkers, stick your earbuds into their ears and make them listen to it. See you all next week, guys.
Bye-bye.
So there we go. What do you think to that? Another race gone, another race to come. Fantastic stuff from the guys. Big thank you to you lovely people for watching, listening and being here and being part of this. If you want to be more of a part of it, you can like, share, subscribe, comment. That way you're in the know, you get the next episode, all of that good stuff, and you're supporting the podcast, which is a big help to us. Also, check out the website. There we've got some social media links and email button, and if you click that email button, it'll auto-populate an email where you can say, guys, I love your podcast, can I come on? How about that? That's it for this one. Until next time, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you then.
This is a Cookie Cat production.